Good morning children. My name is Rekha. I am working as CRT Physics in KGBV Madaksira, Anantapur district. Today we know about the friction and how it produces the heat. Before going to the topic, let me know what is a friction. So a friction is the property that causes objects to resist being moved across each other. I will explain with an example. If we take a book and kept on a horizontal floor. So if we push the book which we kept on a horizontal floor, what it happens? What do you observe? The book moves towards the direction of the motion. Means the book acquires a speed. Here we can see the book which moves placed on the horizontal floor. So here we are applying the force. The applied force is nothing but friction. So we can see this in the given picture as we place a book on the horizontal floor, and in the next figure we can see that a force is applied towards the direction of the motion and the book also moves in the same direction of the motion. Here the force is applied which is nothing but the friction. After the introduction of the friction, now we come to our topic, how the friction produces heat. So we can see this by the given figure. In this figure we can find out the rubbing hands. Rub your palms against each other for a few minutes. What we observe? Children, do you find what we observe if we rub your palms for few minutes? We can observe that a heat is produced when you rub your palms. That means rubbing your palms against each other for a few minutes. What do you feel? You feel that heat is produced. So here rubbing the palms is nothing but the friction. So the friction is applied when two palms are rub each other, which causes the heat. Coming to the next example. So in this figure we can see that striking a matchstick against the surface of matchbox. So what it happens? Did the children, you did this thing anywhere or in the home? Did you take a matchstick against the surface of matchbox? What it happens? What it happens means the matchstick catches the fire because the increase in temperature by friction. Here we are applying the friction to the matchstick. Did you find this? So this is a beautiful example in your daily life which you can see the friction increases. Thus, we can conclude that friction can produce heat. So, from the above activities, we can observe because of the friction, temperature of the surfaces increases. Matchstick catches fire because of increasing temperature by friction. So, how can we increase the friction? So these can be explained by our daily life examples. So as you coming to the school, you are wearing the shoe, isn't it? How the shoe underfloor will be? Did you observe anyone? So we can see there is a rough under our shoe. So that what it makes you to walk properly. So if you wear the shoe which is very flat, at some surfaces you can skid. That means you cannot walk properly. So in your shoes you can observe that the bottom of the shoe will be some designs. The designs what we call, so the designs, through the designs only we can walk properly on the floor. So that grooved shoes will help us to walk on the floor properly. So Shoe is a beautiful example which you wear daily, that shows that increase in the friction. So when you are walking and putting your leg on the floor, that shoe will catches the friction through the ground and it make you to walk properly. So why the sole of the shoes is grooved means this is a reason. Here grooved is nothing but the design which you find out under the shoe. So as it catches the friction and make you to walk properly. So you can see some surfaces when you are moving on the road, the curved surfaces. We cannot walk properly or we cannot ride the cycle or bicycle properly. This is because there is a friction. The friction, it does not work properly. So the two objects must have the perfect surface to increase the friction. Okay, I will tell another example to you. So let me take a rectangular glass table and I am placing a pad, exam pad which you are using, and I am taking the pencil and the other object I am using here is the glass rectangular pad. So now I take a wooden box and place it on the table. I take the pad and place it in an inclined way on the box. Now I put a mark on the table. Okay. Now I am keeping the pencil on the mark and I make it to move. What it happens? So if we kept a pencil on the inclined path of exam pad, what it happens? It comes down as shown in the figure. It moves to some pot on the table. Now measure the distance between the pad and the pencil. Okay. Now I will place a glass pad on the rectangular box. Now I am making to put the pencil on the same fixed mark on the pad. I make you to move. It moves and it comes down onto the table. What it happens? Here also the pencil moves. But we can now okay, first we will measure the distance between the pad and the pencil. Okay, you have measured the distance. What you observe, children? Did you observe any differences? Yes, surely you can observe the differences, that the distance traveled with the glass pad and without the glass pad will be different. So, without the glass pad, the pencil moves so far on the table. By placing the glass pad, the pencil moves a little distance, means it shows that the surface increases the friction. This you can see in this figure. Okay. In the above example, we have seen that how to increase the friction by using the example that you wear in a daily life, that is nothing but the shoe. In the same way, I have given one more example to you. It is nothing but the tire. Do you see the tires? No? It will be fixed to the buses, lorries and some vehicles. You can see that the tires won't be in the plane. The tires will be grooved, means it have the designs on the tire. What it means? Here also the friction is applied to the ground when the tire is moving. So the friction causes only with the pattern of the tire. Okay. Gymnastics applies some coarser substances their hands to increase the friction for their grip. So, did you understand that why the tires or shoes having grooved under the bottom? Due to the grip when you are walking. So, okay, this is due to increase the large number of irregularities, ups and downs in the contact area. So, we can't see our floors or roads, won't be surfaces neat, and we can say some surfaces will be curved. So, in that part, to walk properly or to move the thing, anything it will be. So, for that use only, for our grip, this friction works very usefully. Now come to another topic, how to reduce the friction. So a beautiful example which you can find daily in this corona time, you will be playing in your houses by using the carom board. Isn't it, children? Are you playing with this carom board or not? What do you observe by this carom board? So there is nothing, but you have seen the differences. You can also give the answers for this. So first you place the carom board and all the coins you placed on it. After the thing, what you will do? You play directly with the striker. So you see the differences by playing the carom board, by sprinkling the fine powder on it and without sprinkling the fine powder on it. What it observes? So firstly, without sprinkling the fine powder on the board, if we strike a coin, what it happens? It aches as the coins won't move properly, isn't it? So then only you apply some powder on the board which make you to move the coin so easily. So what you think of that means? In the above cases, we can reduce the friction in order to increase the efficiency. So in order to increase the friction, we are applying the fine powder on the board. In the same cases, I will give some other examples. When oil or grease or any lubricants are applied between the moving parts of a machine, a thin layer is formed between the moving surfaces and hence they do not directly rub against each other. Interlocking of irregularities is avoided to a great extent by the application of lubricants. Here we are using the lubricants to work the machine very properly. Hence the movement will become smooth. The substances which reduce the friction are called lubricants. I am once again repeating the meaning of the lubricants. So what are the lubricants means? The substances which reduce the friction are called lubricants. Did you understand how to reduce the friction? And have given the example of the carom board. You can see in this figure the carom board picture. Okay children, now we have learnt the definition of the friction and the activity how to produce the heat by using the friction. So what are the examples we have taken it? Rubbing the hands and by using the matchstick. We have learnt that how heat is produced, how friction produces the heat, and the another activity we have also learned that how to increase the friction by explaining the bottom of the shoe and also by the tire. Here we can see in this how to increase the friction. Grip is very important in these examples. This grooved part under the bottom of the shoe and under the tire is very important for the grip when we are walking. And we have also learned the other activity how to reduce the friction. What is the example used here is the carom board which you used daily. So these are the topics which you have learned by the examples which we use in our daily life. So by these examples, by these activities, what you can have learned that friction plays a very important role in our life as it takes in our daily routine, isn't it? And we have also learned that the meaning of lubricants. So lubricants is also used for the reduce of the friction. Lubricants is what are the examples of the lubricants means oil and grease which we apply for the machine to work very smoothly. Okay, I think you understood my topics well, children. Okay, and the activities we have taken it also the daily routine activities. I think you understood it very well. Thank you, children.